we got our picture. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Can we bring this up?
Tomeeka Fair Sense relaunches tomorrow. Okay, Kanaya, I will post.
My nails.
Hello. Hey, Kimberly.
Is that right? Hi. Okay. Hi, guys.
So while we're waiting for everybody to get in, let's talk about some personal news. Mr. Wonder. He dropped 2 new singles this week, and it's been 15 years. So
15 years. That is big news, everybody. New music from Stevie. Let me unlock the door.
So get it on all platforms. It's 2 songs. One is Can't Put It in the Hands of Fate. Has a little go-go beat. It's amazing. I love it.
I wonder
and then the other one is, I know, I think I'm a little biased, but it is what it is. And the other one is Where's Our Love Song, which 5 of the kids are singing background. That's important. But the money and the proceeds for that single goes to Feed America. And the reason why it's so important to give to Feed America this time of the year, because so many people have lost their jobs. So many people aren't able to pay
their bills.
Groceries. So like it's going to be so many kids that just go without. So if you guys, you can't hear a sample on here because they'll cut us off. But what you can do is download it from Apple Music, Amazon Music, Spotify, any of the streaming. You can go to YouTube for free and look him up.
That is great. So amazing.
Great. He's excited. I'm excited for him. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
And it's really
The artist. Did you name the artist on there?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, the Can't Put It in the Hands of Fate is a bunch of up-and-coming rappers. And then it's one that we all are familiar with. Busta Rhymes. Chica. Corday. And Rhapsody.
Yes.
So, yeah. He's talking about everything that's going on in the world right now. Like, where's our love song?
Yeah. Where's our love song? Have y'all heard it? I put it on my page.
Has anybody heard it? It's on my page too.
Y'all gotta listen to it, or And
let us know if you did hear. What do you think about it? And send it to your folks. But definitely support both of them. But definitely support Where's Our Love Song, because all of the proceeds go to Feed America, and that's important.
Very important.
We want to help everybody who.
Oh, someone said yes, purchase. Thank you, Anita.
Thank you, yes. Did you like it?
Anything he does is wonderful. Yes.
I have. Thanks, Tracy.
Yeah, to purchase.
And not only purchase it, because some people don't know about it, so maybe just post about it,
Yeah,
okay.
That always helps. Share. And we're going to ask that you share this YouTube.
Like and share us today. Like and
Facebook.
Share us while we're on it, and like and share us. Here's the deal, you guys.
Love your shirt, Tomeeka.
Thank you. We are growing in numbers. We started with a measly 20 of y'all. But if y'all go to our Facebook page, every week we're clocking in 6,000. We're on our way to our 1 million, okay?
We are. And I'm not even.
We can't do that without y'all.
Right. Because the more y'all share, the more people organically find us. Because we don't want to boost and pay. I don't like that. I think that we can grow this business and our page and our platform just by word of mouth. And I want to challenge us to do that. There's no reason why we need to boost. There's enough of us, and it's good work. You know what I mean? We're giving back. You guys are receptive. So maybe a girlfriend or 2 or 3, just share it. That's all we ask. Agreed. Yay.
That's just, this is about Black business. But, everybody wants to support, quote unquote, Black businesses. This is part of it.
Yep.
So, and I think what we have to offer is something great and exciting. This is my girl. We kind of build our show around just ladies having a really good, intelligent conversation. That's funny, So if you don't catch us on Thursdays, we're repeated. You can catch us anytime because we save it. It's on our Facebook page. It's on our Instagram page.
Yep.
Definitely watch it.
It's saved. Yep. Support each other. Love it. I love you. Oh, thanks, Yetter. I can't see way over here. Love it. Thank you, Monique.
Okay, be back. Let me share with my girls. Thank you, Monique. Monique says she's sharing right now. I don't know what y'all over there doing on Instagram, but Facebook is getting it. Hey, Renee. Hey, Pia. Hey, Lainey. Thank you, guys. Thanks for listening to my baby. Yes. Hey, Kanaya. Thanks for everybody sharing tonight.
Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it. So Tomeeka has a lot she wants to share. It's a lot. And here's the thing. Up until election, it's always going to be something juicy. You know what I mean? Like there's never a dull moment. So
how many more days is it left?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, what shade of red are we wearing? Reddish.
It's reddish.
It's reddish.
Reddish.
Thank you, Nisi. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Terry, for listening. Terry, yes. Terry, I liked your comments last week. They were amazing. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for listening. Up until the election day, y'all, the world is going to get super, super crazy.
Yep.
Like, already out here, and I'm not sure about your state, but in California, these idiots have been putting up fake voting boxes. Boxes, mailboxes.
Yep.
They're not even legit. And I don't know what part of that is legal. Like, it's
not legal. Fraud? Yes, that's how Al Capone got arrested. Everybody knows that. Out of all the shit Al Capone did, they got him for mail fraud, mailing illegal, I don't know, checks, whatever. That's how Al Capone went to jail. So I know that, and my mother worked at the post office. Anything you tamper with the mail, you're going to jail. It seems so little, like it's just mail, but it's government. And you fuck with the government, you're supposed to go to jail. So let's see what happens.
And here's the crazy part. The first story about the fake mailboxes was at a white church here in like Santa Clarita. And I was like, okay, so if a black church would have did that, the pastor would have been arrested. Anybody who put their mail in the mailboxes would have been arrested.
Yep.
It is crazy. You know what they said? Oh, they gave a statement saying that they was trying to make sure that their parishioners had a safe way to go vote. And then they was going to deposit it. So what you were going to do was go through the ones you wanted to keep and delete the ones you didn't. Like, that is mail fraud. Okay, they need to go to jail. Every last one of them.
Okay, so how do you say 2 A's and 2 B's? My husband works at the post office. A lot is going on.
It is. It's crazy. So.
Oh my God. So it's already a lot going on, but I think that 45 already put it in the mindset of everybody. So when he doesn't win, he's going to call foul. That's a foul that we need to recount. We need to do whatever.
He has them literally thinking that going to the mailbox to put your mail-in ballot is like going to be the most corrupt thing in life. Right. So here's the deal, people. Even if you fill out your mail, if you're capable of going to early voting, go stand in the line, go do what you got to do, go before time is up. And then because they expect you to, they're going to have longer lines on election day.
They will.
And they're going to expect you to lead those lines, So
just go prepared, I say. Like, I don't know if you've done a Black Friday before, if you stood online for a concert ticket, go prepared. Get a little, like they sell the folding chairs that have a strap on it. Bring it with you just in case. The line is
Bring
long.
your lunch.
Pop it open. Be smart. Bring your snacks. Bring 2 bottles of water.
That's
everything
too much.
you need.
You're going to have to potty, and it's public, and it's
And here's the thing. But you can always, ask your neighbor, hey, I'll be back. Go to the bathroom, whatever. Because it should be in your neighborhood. Mine is not that far. So if I had to dip out and go potty, I'm not going to miss anything. I can make it back. So make sure you know your neighbor on the line because you may need that person. You may need to step away for a phone call. You may keep your chair there or whatever the case may be. I just think you need to be ready. Tomeeka put a great post up today with this lady, older lady.
Funny.
And she was like, I'm going to vote and do my jush. Is J-U-S.
She took her jush with her. I don't know what her jush is. Maybe you guys from New Orleans. I don't know where she was from.
Right.
But she kept saying her jush. What is your jush? I don't know what it is, and I don't really care. She was in line.
She was ready.
And she was well prepared.
She snapped that thing up. You saw her snap?
She had a seat with a compartment for her food. It was like a lunch bag on her chair handle.
It was amazing. Banana sandwich. She had all this stuff in there. I said, that's my girl. But ready. That's the way you need to think. Like, you need to be prepared. Don't the day before be like, oh my God, I got to go out there. You should have your shit ready now. And
don't leave. Do not leave. They want you to leave. So they'll figure out a way to, don't leave.
So you remember I told you guys that I checked my online voting profile, and it said inactive for mail-in. I'm pleased to announce 2 days ago, I got the mail-in ballot in the mail. So everybody in this house got their mail-in ballot. We have 2 books with all the props, and that's another thing. You have to do your due diligence and figure out what those other things are. Those props. Every state has props and addendums and stuff that we don't know about, and you go in there and you just go. You go like this, and sometimes you're picking a Republican, and then we get what's his name, McConnell,
Mitch McConnell,
and you don't even realize everything counts this time. So go through the postcards, because I know y'all getting bombarded like me. Save the postcards, read the prop book, and
if you see
fill
something
it
that speaks
in.
to you, I'm sorry. You see something that speaks to you in a commercial, because a lot of commercials are coming on.
Lots.
Write down that prop. Write down that,
and then do the research.
Right. They send you the whole book with all the props.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that's why I like the book,
and
because it's not biased. The postcards are biased.
They are biased. They're
because someone wants it and someone doesn't. So you're going to get 2 postcards for it and against it. But if you read the prop and do the research based on your booklet, then I think you can come up with your own scenario or answer to that prop. When they go low, we go vote. That's what it says.
Thank you for my shirt. Thank you for my mask, Fatima. But Born to Rome, that's the company that I got the shirt from.
Oh, that's nice.
The mask that says Born to Breathe. And I was like, yes, I love this, because I don't like that I can't breathe, because I think you're confessing
going
some stuff
to breathe.
over
Okay.
your life. And
so can you order me one?
I can.
Yeah.
I know people that know people, so yes.
Okay. I want both, because I'm gonna wear it on voting day. Maybe I'll do that. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, that's so nice.
Texas and Georgia is currently in early voting. Yeah. We're
Say
going to
that
be
again?
in early voting.
Oh, early
Texas
voting.
and Georgia. Texas and Georgia, y'all be safe now. Y'all
Be safe.
Be safe. Keep y'all guns at home.
I ride by it every day. They still online.
But just be ready, because they acting a fool already. Like, they're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Texas, in that one, in these counties, they're only giving you 1 ballot to go put your one voting ballot box. So yeah, that's crazy. So that means you could literally be driving 45 miles away from your home just to go vote.
That's crazy.
So it is crazy. But like April says, be well prepared for all the shenanigans that's going to come up. Voter suppression is real. It's alive. And they
Want to Rome, you're welcome.
They want you to simply.
They want you to walk away.
They want you to walk away.
But what else you have to do? You're gonna go home. It's quarantine. It's not like, oh, I wish I could be at dinner, or I wish I could be at the movies, or I wish I could. You can't go
There's
nowhere.
nowhere else to go.
Just stand online. So maybe we can get rid of this thing and get back to normalcy. And that's what I'm praying for. That this vote will either. I pray that it's going to be in our favor, and that they do the right thing to nip it in the bud, because I don't think it ever happened. This little shutdown never worked. Had me ready for 30 days. I was like,
it's a good segue
into Ice Cube. Okay. So I'm a little behind on this one, but I know that Ice Cube probably overstepped his boundaries. That's what I'll say. I think that unless you're like a Tomeeka Mallory, and everybody has to start somewhere, because I feel like if it wasn't COVID, I'd be out there doing more. But I think it's lit a fire under everyone that I think moving forward, this has been an eye-opening situation that everybody is learning and doing better and want to be proactive. So I don't know everything, but let me tell you, if I were going to make a statement or do something, I would cross all my T's and dot all my I's. I wouldn't go out there blindly as an individual. I would have people in my ear coaching me, helping me to make these decisions, because what I think he got caught with his pants down, trying to be political, trying to act like he knows what he's talking about, and he did something, and now he's in trouble. So I'll let Tomeeka finish.
Okay, so everybody, Black Twitter tore his ass a good one up yesterday, okay? And some of us are on Twitter, some of us
I'm
aren't.
not.
But Black Twitter like roasted his behind. Our title of this show is "Are we still drinking with ice cubes anymore?" Like, no. Look. One thing about me, I'm very fair. I give people the benefit of the doubt all day long. He has been saying a lot of stuff recently, and he said he started his campaign once George Floyd got killed in the streets. Okay, so many others have gotten killed before him, but okay, we'll take that. Mm-hmm. Here's the deal. He drew up a contract for Black America. Okay.
Can I stop you right there? Mm-hmm. Who the fuck gives him the right to draw up?
He didn't do it by himself.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
He didn't do it by himself. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe that Andrew Young, the Ambassador Andrew Young in Atlanta, I think Martin Luther King III, and some other wealthy, he also was behind Governor Gavin Newsom signing the bill for reparations. So we're talking about Ice Cube. Ice Cube, I think he had good intentions, okay? I think his intentions were like he really wants them to have a plan for us, Black people.
Right.
And he don't care which team has one, but somebody better have a plan for us. That's all good and well. Here's the problem. We know what we had for the last 4 years in this idiot, okay? Kamala and Biden, he really has a problem with because of their history. However, where were you when Democrats were picking a candidate with your contract for Black America? It wasn't written up yet. He just said it just happened
right
a few weeks ago, a couple months ago with George Floyd. So yesterday, Trump campaign said, thank you, Ice Cube, for helping us with our Black Platinum plan. Our Platinum, whatever his plan is called.
Platinum something.
The Platinum plan for America, okay, for Black America. They
like, wow.
called him out. They put at Ice Cube. They tagged him. Basically, they said, "Yeah, what's up? You in it? You." They literally threw him under the bus. Basically,
they did.
And what I said initially was that, okay, let me give him the benefit of the doubt. He did meet with them. He said he was. He did a whole video like on Sunday or Monday saying, "I got with both candidates. I met with the Trump campaign and I met with Biden campaign." The Democratic campaign only wanted to meet with me. They saw the plan. They wanted to talk about it after the election. He said that the Trump campaign sat down with me and they took some of the stuff from my plan and they came up with the Platinum plan. To me, it sounds like they used you.
Yeah.
It sounds like they took of your plan and then they said, okay, Kick Rocks, we've done what we're going to use your name though to get the Black vote.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know, y'all, why the Black people don't understand that who this person is who he is. He's not going to change for none of y'all. He's not going to. He doesn't have to. Because he will sit with any of y'all for a photo op to use your name, to drop your name, to distract Black people from doing what's right for the whole community.
But here's the thing. They're banking on people not doing their homework and saying, okay, if Ice Cube, and we love him, his movies, his music, then we're going to follow him. And that's like Kanye. If you have 16 million people following you on this and Kanye has whatever amount, that's a lot of people that they're banking on will follow suit. You understand what I mean? So now Kanye has broken off from Trump and he's like, now I'm running against you. So,
but he's not. He's using his attorneys to break off from Trump. So he's still in bed with Trump, basically. He's literally just taking a Black vote away from Biden. Trump does not care about the Black vote, okay?
No.
He knows that Black women aren't going to fall for the okie doke.
But he said that.
But what he does know is that Black men will. So y'all better check your husbands, your boyfriends, your
sons.
Your sons. Yes. Especially your sons, because these little educate, y'all to send them to college and they got some money and they will not vote for Biden and Harris. They just won't vote. They won't go and they won't vote. And they are the ones that they're trying to win with this Ice Cube crap.
Right. And they also feel like some older people too, that I'm not even older, like the millennials. So the Z's feel like, well, they have a point. Biden has been around for 47 years.
46
What
years.
has he done? So that's everybody's question between the Z's and the millennials. They are holding everyone to, again, Black people, we hold everybody to a higher standard. So they are mad about whatever they have done in the past, not trying to project or, look at the future. They're faulting them on what they did and what they did. And because of that, a lot of them will not vote for them. I promise you they won't.
They're not voting. So
they're either not voting or they're not voting for Kamala and Biden. I can tell you that. There
is a video out with this Black guy. I think he's down in Florida. And he literally changes. He's probably in his 20s, late 20s, maybe, I don't know. But he literally does a whole video. Well, he spoke with the older Black guy and got him to change his vote from Biden to Trump.
You're kidding me.
Simply because of lack of knowledge. Y'all, the video is so disgusting to watch because, here's the deal. Let me give y'all some pointers if y'all need a comeback. He basically said, Biden, do you know that he called Black people this and he called Black people that?
And he didn't want his kids going to school.
Guess what? I'm sure he did. He's at a certain age that he probably was a racist white man, okay?
At one point.
Here's the deal. We all have been something in our lives, right? And we all have evolved to be something greater than what we once were.
Right.
Guess who hasn't evolved? Your president, okay? So when they come to you with that bullshit, be clear about whatever he used to be. He's done some things to show us he no longer thinks like that.
Right.
10 years ago, you couldn't get married if you were gay in this country, okay? It was looked down upon. It was frowned upon. Yep. Guess what? Everybody's been to a gay wedding by now. Hello? Because we all have evolved. So stop letting people tell you dumb shit like that. Another point. He said Kamala put all the Black men in jail. Who voted for that shit? Who voted for 3 strikes law? During that time in America, crack cocaine and all this killing and unnecessary this and unnecessary that, a lot of stuff was going on. Now, y'all can act like people were not out of control and doing a whole bunch of stuff and people weren't voting those things. We want them to have 3 strikes because we want them to get off our streets and go to jail. We want to be able to safely walk down the street, okay? Right. You guys voted for that. She did her job. She prosecuted those individuals who broke the law. So we're mad because she did her job. Are we serious right now? But
here's the thing. A lot of those laws start off one way.
Yes.
And the bipartisan people say, okay, I see what you put down initially, but I need you to add this and I need you to add that. So at the end, it started as one thing, but in order to get both parties to agree, not unless you put this in. So then there's got to be some give and take. You got to understand it doesn't just pass the way Kamala wanted it. Trust me, the Republicans put their pieces in, more Democrats, and then what she initially started with looked totally different. That happened with Biden. It happens with everyone.
It happened with Kamala.
Yes, it doesn't just...
Because of her being a prosecutor, she changed laws. She's the one who first got the whole country to agree to body cams on police officers to hold everybody accountable. So
that's
here's the deal.
Good point.
Yeah, here's the deal. Everybody has something that they've done or not matured in all of in your job or in your life.
Yeah.
So, but here's what we do know for a fact. Your president said stand back and stand by to the good old boys, okay?
Proud Boys.
In there, the Proud Boys.
Yep.
Amy Coney Barrett.
Yep.
The young lady that they're trying to become the Chief Justice in the Supreme Court. All the things that, okay, so Trump got in and y'all wonder what Obama didn't do. This new thing about Obama didn't do this, Obama didn't do that. Guess what Obama did? Everything that he did, guess what your new president has done? Reversed everything that he did. So clearly he's done something. See, that's the part y'all not looking at.
And he's like a little kid. Obama did it. I'm going to reverse it.
He reversed everything.
Everything. Parks and Rec.
Everything. Simply because Obama
global warming. Anything Obama, the only thing I think he wasn't able to do was the goddamn affordable care.
And guess what?
That
he
is
now
and
has
he's growing.
Amy inside the Supreme Court to do that. Amy is going to roll back probably Roe versus Wade. Okay, so you guys are going to have to be going back to the backyards to get your little abortions. Okay, she's probably going to. They're going to roll back Obamacare. It's going to be
that's the first
all of these
on the
things.
list.
It's three things that they're already looking at to get done with her in the Supreme Court. So she will also be the decider. I found out that she was part of the Al Gore count. Remember Al Gore?
I remember Al Gore.
Okay, so Al Gore actually won the popular vote in the presidency. Okay, they kept counting.
That's what's going to happen.
She was on that team to count him out, and then the Republicans stole it. Guess what? He's lining it up again so that it can do exactly the same thing. So they know exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
They know exactly what they're doing. So stop letting Republicans tell you what you really know and you don't have a comeback. You have a comeback. This president don't fuck with you. He don't fuck with your family. He don't give a fuck, okay? Mr. I beat COVID and y'all just push through. Do you know that people are still... I watched this special on CNN yesterday. Not a special, but they did this story about this Mexican couple in Texas. They literally lost their whole business because the father and the mother had it. The father eventually died. They just had a taco truck, but that was their business, okay? Well, after March and every business had to close and then it could open back they lost the truck itself. They lost the stove that they cooked on. The father died. They have bills. They have no health insurance. They don't know how they're going to make it to the next one. And this is a family who was affected by COVID from like 3 or 4 different members of their household. But he said in that report, he said the thing that really hurt him the most was that his president said, it's not that big of a deal. Just push through it. So what we do know is that it's going to do what this winter? What is COVID going to do?
Surge.
It's going to surge. So remember, your president said.
Yeah, I would say, while you can find wipes and stuff like that, don't go crazy, but it's going to spike. That's the word. It's going to spike because it's just in the cards. It has. Yeah, it's going to spike. Here's the thing.
Tracy's crazy.
You know what's scary to me?
Mm-hmm.
That he comes in and he's just wreaked havoc all over the place. I feel like if Amy is whatever, she will, that they can possibly change everything. Mm-hmm. And then who's to say, because he said this, he made a comment, why does it have to be 8 years? I promise you on everything that I love, he is going to fight to get that term.
April keeps saying that too, y'all. That's scary.
There's no reason why he wouldn't. Why would he leave at 8 knowing he's going to probably go to jail? Like, who started this rule? I think now we could bring this to the Supreme Court, which is them. And I think we can overturn this old way of thinking that a president can only serve 8 years. They are going to gun for it. Mark my words. If he fucking wins, mark my word, after Affordable Care Act and after they wreak havoc on some other things, they're going to start looking at who made that up. Why is this still on the books? That was in the 40s. That was this. I think that, if the person is strong, able, and the majority of the population wants that person, that he's going to bring that up. They should be able to vote on this.
Right.
And then if we knock it down in all the courts, guess where it goes? Guess where it goes?
Court, to the place that he stacks the Supreme Court.
And who's got that stack other than him? So now 8 years becomes as long as you're healthy and as long as you can run forever. That's when I'm going to pack up and leave.
There's a lot of Republicans against Trump, and unfortunately, there's far too many that's for him. Because the crazy part is Trump has come in and done to the democracy what no one has ever done to it before. He's really shown white men how they can just be a king in this country. There's no king. This is not a monarchy, okay? But he's literally ran it like this is his shit. It's not. He needs to be in jail somewhere.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to be anxious. I don't want to be like nervous. I told Tomeeka that I'm just staying busy. Like, I was on you guys. Y'all were with me all day yesterday. I was live for about 4 hours. Because while I was cleaning my pantry and shopping, I was just live. I was like, fuck it. But here's the thing. My biggest fear is if he wins, and I think it's okay to have a plan A and a plan B. So the plan B is if he wins, what does that look like? And because I feel in my heart of hearts that he is also going to try and change a bunch of things that we know as norm, that he's going to take it and turn it upside down, then it becomes, do we stay here? What is this, now that we can't go to other countries, we know how it feels. Are we going to try and seek asylum somewhere else? Or what are we going to do? And I think the fear of the unknown, and yes, I have faith, but this is the devil we're working with. And I feel like that part makes me scared.
Let's talk about that. Because there is these group of Black Christians who will say he's who God sent.
To wreak havoc?
Yeah, look. Okay, let me tell you why they say that foolishness. Oh, Trump doesn't believe in abortion. Trump doesn't believe in gay homosexuality. Trump doesn't believe in this. Trump don't give a fuck about none of these things, okay? Trump probably paid for a few abortions. Trump, we don't know what he's doing behind closed doors. Here's the deal, okay? He is not a Christian, okay? He doesn't believe.
He married a Playboy. I don't know if she was a Playboy bunny. I don't know what she was. She was new.
So these Black Christians, y'all, the Black Christians that will come and say, no, Trump, he's for God and this, that, and the other.
No,
please do not look. Y'all, they kill me with the whole abortion thing. Okay, so y'all, pro-life until it comes to a Black life? Is that what it is? Because you're pro a baby that somebody said, at this time, I can't have it. I'm going to go exercise my right and do what I want to do with my body. But when a Black life is murdered in the street, you're not out there marching. When
the devil sent them. That's Angel.
When a kid does something, and it's a Black kid, let's charge him with murder and throw him away for the rest of it. So at what point do you care about life? So all these pro-lifers, and when they come to you with that bullshit, ask them, at what point do you care about the life? When it's inside his mama's belly, are you going to feed and raise this kid that this mother is telling you that she's not capable of raising?
Or if it's a domestic violence or rape or any type of thing like that. You mean you're going to make me carry something that got, I was raped and I don't want the baby? Like, I should have that right. I should have that right.
They will They will literally say, "Oh my God, no, God sent him." Child, bye.
God ain't sent.
What God? I'm sorry, because this person does not care about anybody. No. He doesn't care about anybody. No. He doesn't even care about his own family. Like, his son had the virus. He's like, he's a strong guy. What they fail to realize is, look, here's the thing about Corona. Some of the tests are just negative and you're actually positive, okay? Let's start there. Weird. They don't know anything about this disease. But what we do know, it has long-term effects. So the things that you think you're safe walking around, that's why we keep getting it over and over and over again. Because everybody's asymptomatic pretty much. And then they go out around other people and really expose themselves and get sick. We don't know what this thing is going to do to you. People are having long-term respiratory illness. They're messing up their lungs for a long time. So while we so busy worried about, what if this was long term to just depopulate everybody? I don't know.
That's crazy.
All I know is we don't have enough information for y'all to keep acting like it's not a big deal, because it's going to become a big deal, because nobody's going to have health insurance to take care of any underlying. One day it's not Corona, but your lungs feel fucked up.
Right.
Something's wrong. They don't know what it is. Well, where did it come from?
Right. And so they get rid of pre-existing with all the millions of people that had it and lived. Now they go back to the doctor. Oh, that was COVID that you had back in March. Oh, that's no longer covered. You're on your own. That is really frightening. That's frightening. Corona is like a stray bullet. It doesn't care. It really doesn't, Angel.
I literally
that's nuts.
follow this young lady. Her mother had it. She said her mother was up and at 'em before all this happened, and would grocery shop, do this, do that. Her mother can't do nothing right now, and she's recovered from it, but she has to consistently now. She has congestive heart failure now because of coronavirus. So you guys, look, be safe. This idiot, we don't know what he got. We don't know if he ever had it.
I don't think he had it because he popped up on great. We got a cure for it, and it's going to be out any day now.
And then all of those tests, vaccines, they had to stop testing because they have messed with people neurological. So it's been causing neurological diseases. So they stopped. Johnson & Johnson stopped. AstraZeneca stopped.
Well,
y'all notice they're not talking about the trials anymore. You see all these commercials about it. They can't run them anymore.
Well, first of all,
there's not going to be a vaccine.
Who was going to sign up for that?
People were signing up for it. So 2 people got sick from it. They had to stop the test. White people, not I don't think us. I'm sorry. They will take one for the team. We can't afford to. It's killing black and brown people more. So they was trying to get, because they was advertising it on black radio and black stations to get some of us, because they actually need us to do it if they're going to pass this shit. But don't be a guinea pig, y'all. Do not be a guinea pig.
And if life wasn't already crazy, we're in Mercury retrograde. Why? I mean, I follow a bunch of people, and I wasn't even like, I heard about it. This is the last one for the year. So if you're not aware, Mercury is in retrograde. It started on October 13th, and unfortunately, it doesn't end until when? November 3rd. The 3rd of all dates, November the 3rd. So you know what that means? Like, everything is topsy-turvy. And I've been doing some research.
Topsy-turvy.
Yes, and it says tech stuff will go wired. So here's the thing. All of the stuff, the voting, that is tech. That is just millions of people's votes going on these computers, and we're in retrograde. I don't know how many of you people follow astrology or believe in it, but I believe in it to a certain degree.
Does anybody know about retrograde?
Angel said, why? I don't know.
So we've already heard of a few states. Virginia, they had an outage with their voting polls. I'm sure Georgia, Texas, everybody. Okay, so we're in retrograde. We're in retrograde
in Scorpio. So let me see some of my notes. Mm-hmm. You have to be careful with your communication. Your texts, your writing letters.
Don't text. Write letters. Don't text, because it'll be misinterpreted.
It's misinterpreted. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say. And it could be just the simplest thing, and someone on the other end takes it the wrong way. And it's like, I didn't mean it that way. Well, that's what retrograde is. The things that you have good intentions somehow get all screwed up in the universe, and it comes out to the other person as something that they didn't mean. So
okay, they have a lot of questions on Facebook. What is retrograde?
Okay, I got to look up the definition.
You can look on our page. Well, no, it's not.
I know it, but I don't know how to explain it. So maybe then I don't know. Okay, retrograde. Oh, I'm a miss.
So it's an astrological thing.
It's when if Yetter is on here. Okay, the term retrograde comes from the Latin word retrogradus, which literally means backward step. So if the earth is going this way, when retrograde comes, it appears to be going backwards. So that means your thinking is wrong, when you're thinking forward, but because of the way the earth is rotating, it's in retrograde. So if that makes any sense to you. As the name suggests, retrograde is when a planet appears to be going backward in its orbit. So it's not something we're making up. It's not something kooky. It is actually fact. Okay? And there's about, I don't know how many times, 3 or 4 times a year that the earth is in retrograde. So it looks
like it's been happening even more.
I know.
Because we're more aware of it now. So It is just right now because it's in Scorpio.
Okay, one more thing. So it appears that it's going backward in orbit as viewed from Earth. Astronomers refer to this as an apparent retrograde motion, which means it's an optical illusion. So you're looking at it and you feel like it should be going this way, but when you're looking, it's going the opposite way. And because of that illusion, it messes up everything on Earth. And I promise you, it is real. So people plan weddings, buying big purchases, signing contracts. You know, they try not to do it in retrograde because you already have a strike against you. So people are very superstitious. I believe in it. And we were getting ready to buy a car. We ain't buying shit.
Do not do any major purchases if you can. If you can hold on, wait till it's over.
Yeah. So I had a beautiful, I was going to read every sign, but because I had to go there, let me see if it's still there. Okay. So we know that. It says, in love matters, that you need to be very careful how, and it said this when I looked it up, be careful how you talk to your boo. It said, your boo, your squad, and your family.
Tracy says, during retrograde, trust your intuition.
Yes.
Yeah and no, because you can be kind of in a because Scorpio, we're about logic and you can be, what's the word I'm looking for? April, help me out. Oh my God.
Misinformed.
Now when you smoke and you're like panicked. What is that called? When you're smoking and you're paranoid.
Paranoid.
Yes. So you can be sort of paranoid.
Yeah.
So you can follow your intuition, but make sure your intuition is clear. Just be very clear because everything's going to be kind of uncertain.
Yeah.
And right now,
go with your gut.
Yeah. My energy has been so low, like energy-wise, low. So watch your communication, because it may not be what you're thinking. It's just don't overthink it. Just trust your intuition.
So they said between the 13th and the 3rd, they said the truth will be revealed.
Yeah.
All the secrets are going to come out.
Yes.
So I went on this website and it broke down every sign.
Delusional.
So Aries, the worst thing that you can do for your love life during this period, Aries, is to be murky about your boundaries. Okay, so be clear about your boundaries or to hide your true desires from your partner. How many of us don't want to hurt someone's feelings or whatever? This is not the time to do it. This is the time to be clear and let everyone know your boundaries. That's Aries. Taurus, the retrograde might make the dynamics of communication within your romantic relationship feel tense and confusing. But the best way to counter it is by finding common ground. Okay? Y'all got that? That was Taurus.
Don't get a good job. Don't accept the job offer. Don't buy a house.
Try and prolong it.
Yeah, don't buy a house.
So this is Gemini. It's good to stay busy, Gemini, but don't burn yourself out too hard that you neglect your current relationship or miss a chance at love.
Is this all the loved ones?
Yeah, this is love. So we're just going to talk about love right now. It's a million things. The generic stuff is communication, text, being forthright, but now we're talking about love. Cancer, between Mercury retrograde and social distancing, it can be hard to plan for the future. But that doesn't mean that you can't have some romantic retrograde fun by flirting with someone new or planning some impromptu fun.
I guess you have to do that on the computer because, nobody's flirting in person today.
No. But I guess you can, maybe go for coffee, sit 6 feet away. I don't know. Just be safe. Take everything with a grain of salt. Everything is not so cut and dry, black and white. Leo, the retrograde can bring out some fears around vulnerability.
You bought a car, Lee? Oh, when did you buy it?
She'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Did you get it before the 13th? It'll be fine.
We don't mean to scare you.
Around vulnerability in your current relationship, okay, or potential new ones. That was Leo. Virgo, our thoughts tend to get mixed up. Ooh, who's a Virgo?
Who's a Virgo? But in July, so hopefully you're good, Lee.
Okay. Our thoughts tend to get mixed up during Mercury in retrograde, so be careful what you express through your words and actions, as it could be easy for a love interest to misinterpret your intentions. See? You have to be clear. So don't be
very clear.
Texting no shit.
I know, isn't that ironic that it ends on election day?
Election day!
Guys, vote early if you can. I can vote at the Skirball Center on October the 24th.
Well, it's open now. I can do it too.
No. If you can go now, go now.
Yeah. So Libra. So I'm only saying Libra, and then you can pop onto the girl we were talking about earlier.
Go ahead.
Already. Okay. So Libra, maintaining values and standards in love
Natasha.
are important. Libra, but this retrograde could make it hard for you to see things clearly when it comes to the current potential romance.
She did Cancer, Tracy. What you say about Cancer? Tracy.
Did I go to Cancer? Oh, Cancer. Between Mercury in retrograde and social distancing, it can be hard to plan for the future. But that doesn't mean you can't have some romantic retrograde by flirting. We did that.
You should go flirt.
Well,
What did Libra say? Did we do Libra?
I just did it. Maintaining values and standards in love are important. But this retrograde could make it hard for you to see things clearly when it comes to a current or potential romance.
So we want to stop and pause right there. We'll go to the rest later. And why are we stopping and pausing on Libra? Because it's Libra season.
Yes.
And who do we want to talk about a little bit?
Cardi B.
Cardi B. Happy birthday, Cardi B.
So, 2 weeks ago, she announced it's over. Me and, what's his name? Offset. People just grow apart. And you get on my fucking nerves. I was like, ooh. She was like, I just, sometimes you realize people aren't for you. And nothing happened because you remember Tasha K and a bunch of people think that he had someone pregnant. So they, she was like saying it's over. This is the last straw. Cut to her birthday. Go ahead. I'll let you. You know way more than I do.
I really don't because I watched none of the videos. So you
well, they are back. And she even announced it on Jasmine Brand today. She did a video. She's been doing these videos kind of dark, so you don't see her face or whatever. And today, so she broke up with him, right? So now her birthday happened last weekend, or this last weekend. Everybody was in Vegas. It was more people. See, this is what I can't watch, is people keep traveling and being out with their friends. It was a gang of people. It wasn't just her select five, her top five. It was people from Atlanta. Everybody went to Vegas for her birthday. Here comes Offset. Offset buys her a Rolls Royce truck with a $10,000 car seat for culture in the back that has her name embroidered. It's leather. It's beautiful. It's $10,000. Her car costs what it costs. And, she likes the attention. She's like, we're back. But here's the thing. Every time they break up, it feels like he buys her. And at this point, she has probably more money than him. So I have to ask myself, is it about the material thing or the act of giving? But I want to say it's a little of both. And because they have so much money, the gifts are bigger than my little flowers that I get or whatever Royale does, a planner. Like, I'm just as excited. I'm probably more excited about my planners than she is about her car. Because this is probably her 10th car. Like, after a while, after you have the the Maybach and the Rolls Royce and the Wraith and you going to the motherfucking grocery store, you going in a motherfucking Wraith, like, it doesn't matter. At some point, you're still a regular person. So I think it's the age group. It's this group of celebrities, because I didn't see, I'm looking at people like, I didn't see Sierra do this. We didn't see Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys do this. Like, this group of just got some money.
Just got some money is the key word.
Just got some money. And I know y'all happy, but y'all gotta go back to the old people or us old people like MC Hammer, who had more money than he knew what to do with, and he lost it.
Yeah.
He lost it. There's no plan. And if you're not careful, your one car wreck, your one break in a bone, your one break of something where you're not able to make this money. And I just don't understand their thinking. Like, it's nice to have it, and no shade, and I'm not jealous. I don't need any of that stuff. What I'm saying is that you're 20 something, you got another 70 years or more to live, and how are you going to keep that same energy and pace up? You know what I mean? They're living for the now, and I guess that's okay. Who the fuck am I? But she's won too easily. He wins her back. Girl, you got enough money to buy 10 cars. Oh, because he bought you the car? So I just don't know the motivation. So now they're back. The car did it. Okay, the car in a month is just a regular car.
I don't think it was just a car. She said that, and I missed his penis, I guess. Look.
She did say that. She said, I miss my best friend and I miss Dick.
So he's her best friend,
okay.
But okay, people, here's the deal. Remember when Kobe cheated on Vanessa?
Yes.
Kobe went out and bought that huge ring. I mean,
yes. Was it pink or purple? It was yellow. It was a color.
It was whatever it was.
It was a color. I remember that.
But guess what? We heard no more about Kobe cheating for years. Now, he did do it again, but for years. I'm sorry, Offset. Look, I wish them well. I know this shit ain't gonna work, and it just is what it is at this point. Like,
it's not gonna work.
Let's just watch them play their little games with each other. Like,
it's not gonna work.
Because at some point, I'm really sorry for her about is that she has a young daughter that she's raising, and she's basically teaching her that whatever he does, as long as he buy you something nice, girl, take him back. What? So I don't know. I think I've always looked at it like this. Okay, back in the day, you know, where I'm from, girls, you know, when we were young, and I always worked. I always had a job, so I always had my own money. However, I'm not going to mess with somebody who has zero. You know, you got to be bringing something to the table.
Right. Meet me halfway.
But if you did stuff for me, that's expected. What I'm clear about, Cardi, is you will get it from the next guy or the next guy or the next guy after that. You're worth it.
But see, there's the thing. I don't think that they know that.
I just feel like that's the sad part about this. It's like if the dude understands who you are, it's like a kid. If I yell at my kid and that's all I'm going to do, they're going to keep doing dumb shit, right? Because they know in the end she's just going to yell at me, right?
Right.
But they know my trigger, but so they know how far to go. Once I yell, they're going to stop, pull back, but then they're going to go do something else, and I'm going to yell again, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he gets to cheat and she gets to buy him a car, then, okay, she bought the car, he gets her back. Then he gets to cheat again, he gets to buy a bigger car. What happens when there is no more cars and it's just you and him left? You know, so...
There is nothing. That's what I'm saying. It's like this generation... It is.
It is really unfortunate that her value becomes about things and not about being respected, about, like, look, you're not going to come through here and make me fall in love with you all over again. And then we got to go through this public display of, I'm divorcing you and I'm done with you and I'm better than this and da-da-da-da. And then 2 weeks later, you know, so.
I think that these young people that come into money, I wish that they would stop and get some therapy, couples therapy, because a lot of them, and I'm generalizing and I could be wrong, but a lot of the new ones that I see are coming from families that are single parent, some no parent, they've made it on their own, so they have no idea what love is. They've never been loved, and then how do you love someone and respect them when you've never had that? A lot of them are bitter. Some of their moms are drug addicts and not there, and then the dad is not there. They've never seen it. I emulate love because I've seen it. My mom was a single mom, but I lived in a 2-family house with my grandparents downstairs, and I got to watch their love until the day they died.
Tracy says she's pregnant.
So, oh God. Is she?
That would still make it even worse. Though.
That doesn't make it. So you only emulate what you know, and I know love. Even though my mom was single, I was with my grandparents. It's a family house, upstairs, downstairs. I was with my grandfather
and you know what?
And grandparents
they may
all the
hell
time.
out of this shit for a long time, and maybe one day they'll get the counseling and the therapy that they need, and maybe they will make it. Hopefully, that will be their case.
So let me finish. So you can only do what you see. So I think a lot of them go in, and the only way they know how to love is by buying material things, and it works both hands. The women try to impress the guy, so she's buying stuff. And that's what love is to them. They don't know love. They have not.
Created by money.
Yeah, they don't know it. And I can tell you, if I didn't see it, I might not know it.
I think for my generation, also yours, we saw it like that too.
So what?
What's the difference? That okay, if a guy guys have done us wrong, and they try to come back with an expensive gift. But I mean, I
look at my worth, or I have my nana ask and talk to me. I had made a lot of bad decisions, and in the end, I chose what I saw. I mean, even though they had me hoodwinked for a little while, at the end of the day, when the cloud finally settled, I was like, I am losing my mind. This is what I want. That's not what I want, because they've been together 50 years. I want what they have. And it's not running after no drug dealer or, born and raised in Brooklyn. That was who was there. It was drug dealers. I had a boyfriend that was a drug dealer. I had a couple. Okay, but that's not my life. That's not how I grew up. And they used to call me poor little rich girl because I was in New Jersey, coming back and forth to Brooklyn. Yeah, but that's not my life. So I've always been bougie. I always knew what I needed, but sometimes you want to go against the grain. How many good girls turn bad? How many stories have we heard? Yes. Remember about that one notorious case about the girl going to Spelman or one of those colleges and hooked up with that drug dealer and was a mule in the car while he was doing the transport, and she went to jail. It's the same thing. The good girls, us good girls, always are pursued by the bad boys, and it feels good. We don't need their money because I have my own money, but it feels good just to live that life. You don't know about it, and then you take a chance, and it didn't work out for her. She went to jail, and y'all know, Kimba.
Oh,
that's it.
Is she still in jail?
I don't know, but I remember that shit was like eye-opening. I was like, do you know how much shit I've been around and been privy to? I better get my shit together.
That's true. A lot of women back then was going to jail because of their boyfriend.
Correct.
Conspiracy.
They had no idea.
No.
She was a good girl.
They knew.
Oh, yeah, they knew. But they didn't understand how much trouble.
That just by being with someone of that character was going to put them in jail.
I remember that shit. So I say that to say they're only doing what they can see. You made a good point. She was a stripper at 16. I forgot about that. So where's your mother and your father? Not saying because
you can't be. We're just saying that.
Exactly.
Obviously, there is something going on in her home that even would allow her to be a stripper at 16.
There we go. Why are you looking for money at 16? What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
are you not? Is she trying?
I said she couldn't have had an apartment to pay. Maybe she was helping her mom. I don't know. All I know is at 16, that shouldn't have been her business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
16. I was trying to be a candy striper. At 16 you think?
Thanks, Yo-Yo. Kimba is out and she's helping change the laws. I thought I read that.
Okay.
Yay! Good.
That's a good one. I wonder if she has a book. She needs to be educated.
I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does because she's out helping change laws.
Good. Oh, I'm so glad she's out.
We wish Cardi and Offset. Look, here's the deal. The only thing that makes me kind of root for them is that they actually got married and
they did that part.
Yeah, they actually got married. I just wish that maybe some older people in their lives could just sit them down and say, look, we don't care if y'all together or not, because I really don't care. I do care that
I feel like she's very headstrong and she wouldn't listen.
I just feel like that they need someone to show them that, y'all can have a good crazy, love thing going on, But stop doing it in the public eye. You
Right.
know, I don't care if y'all get divorced next week and back together the week after that. You know, you're going to make it hard to have friends and family assist you in these things because
Right.
nobody's going to take you guys serious.
Mm-mm.
You know, when your girlfriend leaves her husband every other week, after a while, if something really happens, you're going to stop coming to her aid. And
Right.
that's the part that she's missing. Not that he's doing anything harmful to her, but like this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And women are going through it and they're just trying to get away from people, and they can't get away from people because they're these soul ties, you know? So when you have these relationships that get kind of crazy like that, 1 minute they on, the next minute they off, you kind of get hands off after a while. Like you can't even pick a side at that point because every time I pick your side, he looking at me like I'm crazy when I come say, hey, what's up? So I just say, like, whatever y'all do it privately. You know, if you're going to be together, be together. You just
And that's what she needs to do. She needs to shut
just be
hell
quiet.
up.
Stop talking about your relationship.
Right, because if they could have just taken a little break, it was only 2 weeks.
We would have been fine with it.
We wouldn't have
did a
known.
whole divorce, and now 2 weeks later, he buys you this goddamn car. We looking at you like, bitch, you can buy your own car. What? That's all it took. He needed to buy a car. So, girl, whatever.
And not that she needs a car. It was like
it's 12 cars in the parking lot, y'all, and he bought one more. You can only drive one at a time. So I'm not even understanding that. But I'm not her. Libras are very, very, very loyal beings. They are loyal almost to a fault.
Well, here's the thing. I think that, like you said, after he buys her everything, what are they going to do?
Then what?
They got the house. You saw the house. Mm-hmm. They got the cars. She's got everything.
See, we shouldn't even see the house. I don't even want to see the house.
The house is amazing.
I don't want to see the 12 cars. I don't want to see the house because...
Oh, she did her closet the other day. The Hermes bags. It's like every color. It's like at least 50 of them. I'm like, they're $20,000 minimum for those bags. Okay, I got every color. She's gonna be so bored. And I give another 2 years. You done bought me everything. I got everything. They don't know how to be in a relationship. In
a house together, just kicking it, doing nothing.
No, it's either a show or this or that.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch. It's so they got to get to that part. So I hope that because they decided to stick it out, stay and stick it out, just get the help that you need because you can do it. You know. Their marriage can be saved if they work at it, you know?
I guess.
It is what it is.
So that was Libra. We're moving on to Scorpio. With
Scorpio?
Yes. With Mercury retrograding.
We're still talking about Mercury retrograde. We did
I just want to finish the signs.
For Cardi.
Yeah, we stopped at Libra because she's a Libra and it was very true, right?
Okay, go back to Libra so we can wrap it up real quick about how this was so important for her. She didn't even know she was in Mercury retrograde. And yeah.
Okay, so maintaining values and standards in love are important. Libra, but the retrograde could make it hard for you to see things clearly when it comes to your current potential romance. You love to be in love, and that's cool, but sometimes you pick partners that aren't emotionally available
to you
or not on the same wavelength as you.
And that's what she said. She said that.
Honey, not the love song playing in your head, and wait until you're absolutely sure about someone to make your major romantic commitment.
I'm sorry, Yo-Yo. I'm November the 10th.
Yeah. So that is her. So Scorpio, with Mercury retrograding in your sign, you're likely to feel the effects in a big way, which means that your former flames are likely to come washing up into your shores.
Not going to happen.
Okay, before you let your ex's energy bring you down or intimidate your current partner. Intimidate your current partner. Try to find humor in the situation. He's so funny. He don't mean nothing. Fuck him.
That's me.
That is you. Yes. So, baby, don't let him come.
It's a done.
He'd be like, boop. No. So Scorpio, watch out. Your ex is trying to creep. Okay, Sagittarius, this is Royale. Let's see what he got to say.
Uh-oh.
You're lost in total retrograde brain fog during the coming weeks. Wow. Sad. So communicating your feelings in love will be a challenge. Oh, your intentions may be misunderstood at this time. Therefore, it is important for you to be clear and straight up from the beginning. I think Royale does that. Stardust says, draft messages before hitting send. Boop. Avoid miscommunications and drama. Okay, I can see that.
Just chill.
I just chill. I know he means well. Okay, Capricorn. You can find that this retrograde causes major mix-ups in your social lives. Cap. So even if you want your crush to intermingle with your friends, it's best to keep your work, love, and social lives separated over the coming weeks in order to avoid any unnecessary drama or confusion. That is some good damn advice. Keep them away. You want them to meet? Not right now.
Not during retrograde.
Not during retrograde, because they're going to say something, you're going to be like, he ain't the one. Yeah, no. Aquarius. Work is likely to feel overwhelming under the retrograde's shadow, Aquarius. So let your partner know if you're feeling stressed.
They were to find out, Tracy.
Okay, so let your partner know if you're feeling stressed. That's the advice. Pisces. While retrograde can certainly cause some mental mix-ups, you will have more luck when it comes to connecting with a catch in a lighthearted way. A catch. I guess a person, a loved one.
Audrey said that damn retrograde.
As long as your confidence is high, you will be able to charm your way into someone's heart. That was Pisces. So that was all the signs. Just know that we are in retrograde. Take everything with a grain of salt. Think twice before you say something. I'm going to take heed to that. I think I've been doing really good. Royale and I have been communicating really well. Yes, no, I don't think we should be doing this, and I think that even out of retrograde, you gotta really talk, and I know that some things are tough, but we're getting shit done. I'm painting the gate. Thank you, babe. Would you like me to do that? Yes. Should we get the roof done? I think we should. I don't think it's a good time to buy a car. You're right. We got 3 cars. It's 4 of us. Someone's always going to be home. And if not, there's Uber. You don't need to take on another car payment. And then I listened to, the young lady I had on my mom group. And I was so glad that Royale and I had already said we weren't going to get a car because it's not a necessity. We were like, we should have 4 cars in case everybody wants to go one way. But why take on another car payment when, say, $5,000, there's going to be so many people selling everything they have.
That is true.
Go get you a good, and it don't have to be a hoopty. It will be a good car.
That is true.
I paid for it, but guess what? We got to pay our rent. I'm willing to give you my car. Okay.
That's true.
Yeah. What's the book?
I think we covered everything, but
okay.
I want to kind of do a little with the scenario.
This is
for you even know this person, you are this person, you know of a friend of this person.
No, Michelle, I'm so sorry. They're talking about my canisters. I did my whole pantry. I did more today. Y'all gonna see it tomorrow.
Okay, I wanted to give a brief little just blurb about Nigeria. So Nigeria is going through protests, lots of protests. Most of it is the youth that's protesting in the streets for police brutality. Same thing, different country, okay?
But I saw the mothers, right?
Then the mothers have come out, but the youth started it. So once the mothers go out, they make changes in Africa. Whenever the women get together, change always comes and happens. So let's send our prayers out to them.
Okay.
They're getting really, really bad. I had a thing. It was basically about baby mothers. Here it is. So many kids grow up thinking they have a deadbeat father. Okay?
Yeah.
Whole time, all they really had was a very bitter mother.
Oh!
Woo! Let's talk about that. Whole time.
That is so deep.
It's deep. It is deep. It is deep.
That's a good one.
Okay, I'm going to repeat.
Listen.
And chime in if you have any stories.
Come on, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this one.
I want to see some questions. Come on, let's talk about this one.
So many kids grow up thinking they have a deadbeat father. Whole time all they really had was a very bitter mother.
Woo! That's good.
Drops the phone, drops the mic. You either know this person, you either are this person, you're
please don't be this person.
This person is your BFF. Look.
Let's discuss. Come on, Angel. Let's discuss. That's good.
I can believe
but it takes
yes, my son living with that right now. Yeah.
Ooh.
True and unfortunate. Everyone should hear this.
Hold on.
Times are different. Oh, that's good. I used to be this person. I'm so glad you're a recovering person. And I'm glad you admitted that. Blessed. 0101 blessed. It takes a really strong woman to admit that. If you are this person, it's not too late to change, okay? Yeah, we have to break generational curses. And I think that, are y'all having sidebar conversations? Y'all, my studio audience?
No, I had to answer the door, sorry.
It's having sidebar conversations.
Okay, so go back to it.
So, 0101 Blessed says she used to be this person. I say that's a lot of courage to admit that you were this person. And we all can change if we've ever been this person. My grandma would not tell my mom who her father is. Now see, grandma needs to let people know before she passed away because look, y'all look. That's
not nice.
It's not nice. Don't be a bitter Betty.
That's a long time to hold a grudge.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay because that can fester in you and cause disease. Like, you shouldn't be like that.
Lisa says that is accurate because the mothers don't want the children to see the dad because they are still in love with the man. Look, I don't know what y'all need to do. Get on somebody's couch. Talk to somebody who has conquered the co-parenting thing.
Yeah.
Here's the deal.
You got to do better.
I've been in a situation with my kid's father where it wasn't always good. It wasn't that and not that I was a bitter Betty or anything like that because I never, ever, ever, I always wanted my children to know where they come from. I think that is so valuable. If we don't give them anything else in the world, give them that. Give them their identity. They shouldn't have to walk down the street past their daddy and not know that's them. That makes no sense. And I've never, ever, ever talked about who he wasn't, what he, that's none of their business. Because it was something I chose at the time and it just didn't work and it's okay. We got to just choose better.
Right. You just have to be super, super, super grown for that to happen. It sounds easier said than done because someone just mentioned it. They are still in love with the person. And then there are a lot of factors. Maybe they're not in love with the person. Maybe it was an abusive relationship. Like you have to figure out if it was abusive physically, even mentally can fuck you up. So that I understand, but I think there's still a way to get a person
to mediate
because the way they treat you or whatever was between you, but if you but they may fear for the kid. So if you hit me, that means you might hit the kid. I get it. So there's a lot of...
That's not true though.
I'm just saying you might.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That could be the case.
But that's why you need that person in the middle.
Yes. So yes, ladies, don't ever be unsafe trying to make a relationship that shouldn't exist. This Angel 3543 said, I found my dad at 44. He said he gave up because my mom just never let him in.
Angel,
it's too many of those stories out there.
I know. My sister. I have a long lost sister.
He looked for me for years and Facebook brought us together. Praise God.
That's what happened. My dad got sick and then he finally told us we had a sister. We were like, we just found her.
Wow.
And her mother kept her away because my dad was married to my stepmom and I guess she thought they were going to be together. My dad was like, no. And she took her and we just found her. So it's a long story. It happens every day.
So Lisa says, look, my son was angry with his father's mother because she spoke ill of me in front of my son and his dad never corrected her. It never changed who I was. I still promoted the relationship with his father. his and told him this is still his grandmother. Good for you, Lisa. That takes yeah. Look, my grandmother used to talk about my mother all the goddamn time, okay? And here's the deal. That's what grandmothers do. And that's kind of, look, we're trying to break generational curses, okay? I remember when I was young and my grandmother would come over to the house and my mother used to make sure it was clean, spick and span. Right. Now, we kept a clean house, but because my grandmother was real clean, so she had my mother on edge. Yep. And so my mother could never do enough or be good enough for her. That's okay, people. It's okay. And I understood. I don't know, I was just really smart. My grandmother, I always spent summers and days with my grandmother. She would talk about my mother like a dog. Okay? Yeah. But I just looked at her like she just was an old bitter Betty. Like, I didn't feel like that about my mother. So it's nothing she could have said that would have changed my perception of her. Right. It was nothing that she could say that would change my dad's perception of her. So guys, stop taking it that personal. Read the book, The Four Agreements. Stop taking like this personal. It's this little thing we do where we don't give people room to grow or to be idiots. Like, people only do what they taught, you know? Yeah. And so let's just give people grace to grow up at some point, because I think my grandmother did. But, you know, grandmothers will be grandmothers. Nobody's going to be good enough for their son. Nobody's going to be good enough for your daughter, you know? So just kind of watch what you say. We can do better. Our parents couldn't do better, or the grandparents couldn't do better, but we can do better. It's really hard. You know?
I could see these young women, they need mentors. They need mentors because they're having these kids and then it doesn't work out. And the only thing they have to get back at that person is the child. So the child becomes a pawn, and it's unfair because it takes two people, and that other person is valuable. Whether it's the mother can't see the child or the father, you need to figure it out for the well-being of the child, because they're going to grow up thinking, just like you said, they don't love me. They have all these complexes. They could be acting out in school because they're not around. And then they find out when they're 20, all the time, all the letters, all the whatever, it's my mom's fault. She wouldn't let me. Like, that is a tough pill to swallow.
That is, when you got to look at it,
like, you couldn't be grown enough, Mom, to just figure it out. You couldn't let me go over Grandma's house.
I love him, and he rejected me. And because I've never been rejected, and I was rejected by this man who was supposed to be here with me and my kid. That's awful. And that's the part we got to take out of the equation. Tracy says, I even bought Christmas gifts and put his name on them. She needed to form. Exactly. Look, as mothers, y'all, we sometimes gotta just break laws and do. I remember my kid's father wouldn't sign the passport to let her go out the country because he was an idiot. But here's the deal: as a mother, if I wanted her to go, guess who forging it and getting a notary to do it? Like, it is what it is, and she's not gonna know that he didn't do it, because that's none of her business. Right. Your daddy loves you, girl. What? Like, I mean, we tell lies about Santa Claus. Y'all can't tell lies about the baby daddy who want to be there or don't want to be, you know?
Yeah, so they are emotionally strong. Yes. Like, just give them a little bit of something to keep them going. You know what I mean? You ain't got to tell the truth about everything. Like you said, if you can lie about Santa Claus, you can say, guess what? He got busy. Girl, when my dad couldn't pick me up, I'm quite sure my mother told me some lies. You know what? He busy. He's whatever. You just have to do it because we're crushed. If my dad didn't pick me up, I was crushed. So I can't even imagine these poor kids.
That's when you have to have the conversation to the other parent and say, look at here, I don't care if you come or not. Don't tell my kid you're coming and have them waiting, okay?
Because we know that kid.
We can figure it out. Right. I can keep them so busy that they'll forget that you said you was coming. Right. But I need you to never say to them and then disappoint them.
Because I'm telling you, just the look on their face when they don't come, it's awful.
It is sad.
It's awful.
You know, in those cases, that happens for mothers and fathers.
Yep,
you know,
both ways.
Sometimes you're the grandparent and sometimes you're the guardian or whomever. Like, don't let the kid talk to that deadbeat parent, you know, if that's the case. and you do some things to make them look. Your daddy loves you, your mom loves you, but just because people become parents don't mean they're going to be the best. Nobody gave any of us a book. We talk about that all the time. We're all winging it.
We're winging it. It's a wing and a prayer. That's it. But my mom dated my dad in college. They got pregnant. They had me. My mom wasn't thinking about him. So when he got married a year or two later to my stepmom, they were coochie crunch, and they were the most grown people I've ever seen. My stepmother and my mom. Mm-hmm. My mom called Ida, make sure she got her thing. She got it. And because of that, I had a beautiful, beautiful arrangement with my dad, my stepmom, and my mom. None of them cared, because I think my mom and dad, they were fooling around. They were in college, but they never really were boyfriend and girlfriend. So there was no animosity. Mm-hmm. When there's no animosity, it makes it. My stepmom would come to Harlem and pick me up from my grandparents' house. They'd be like, "Hey, Ida," and because my grandparents lived in Harlem and we lived in Brooklyn, so wherever I was, Ida and my dad would come get me, and they'd be like, "Here's her stuff." It was just beautiful. And to this day, my mom and dad are passed, but Ida's still alive, and I need to go see her in North Carolina because she loved me from the day she met me. I was there before they even got together, and that's why me and my sister Stacy are close, because they put everything aside, and there was really nothing to put aside, and they were grown-ups. Mm-hmm. And because of that, me and Stacy are so much closer than the other siblings, where the moms didn't get along or whatever, and we're like, oh, we don't know nothing about that. Me and Stacy, we're good. You know what I mean? And I feel bad because it's three of them, and we come up against this every year, and I love you if y'all watching, Coyote and Niall. Y'all know I love y'all, but they just don't understand why between me and Stacy. Mm-hmm. We're all grown. They are every year.
We have a little bit of that in my family.
Every year they want to know why you don't call and why you don't do this. I bet you talk to Stacy. I talk to Stacy every fucking day because me and Stacy grew up fucking together, and there's something I can't explain. I don't know you like that.
That's a whole
And then topic. Your mom is, let me just stop right now. Let me take a drink.
Okay, let me read.
I just don't know them the way I know Stacy.
Says, I knew someone
Jesus.
who had a good baby daddy. He would get their son about 4 times a week and got him anything and everything he needed. She listened to her bitter friends and took him to court, all because he had to cancel taking their son for the night, which means she had to cancel her plans only one time. Shaking my head. Now he pays child support and only get the son twice a week. Shaking my head. She was getting more money before going to court. Now she doesn't get the mental break she had beforehand. You guys, when the guy is showing up and showing out without the courts involved, leave it alone, because y'all don't even understand. It's not like it used to be. They don't just get a woman everything she wants and that's that. They will give joint custody. He won't have to pay you nothing. You won't have to pay him nothing. He will bring the kid to your house with nothing on, and you keep it. You don't want that. So if you can get the law out of your business. You just hear me
talking about how close we were.
You're not doing sidebar conversation. You're about to offend some people.
Okay, I'm sorry. Her ears must have been burning. My sister.
So yeah,
that's true. If y'all can figure it out together.
Without the system. I remember when I had Richay, and it was a triangle between me, her dad, and his girlfriend at the time. Long story short, Keisha and I are like this now, okay? But it took for me to it was a mess when I first got pregnant, because he was her girlfriend. I was a side chick he had met. We got together. We had a baby. So it was like us going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Once I got pregnant and I realized I'm about to be a mommy of this little girl, which I was not ready for, but I got to do this and I got to get with it. So finally, I had my baby. I was like, here, I'm out. You guys go do your thing. I'm out of this little foolishness because I'm smarter than this.
Right.
And it got to a point where I understood that he was going to have my baby around this girl.
Right. You gotta be okay with
let me take him out the equation, and I would take my daughter downstairs, pack her little bag up. Like, Keisha didn't like me. I didn't like Keisha. Here she go. Be clear. How I bring her to you is how she gets to come back in 2 days, okay? I'm 20 years old. I'm at the club. He's at the club. My baby at Keisha's house. All I know is she better be safe when I get her back. And she was. But it takes maturity, y'all.
Oh, that maturity.
You have to grow up. You have to say enough is enough. This person is going to be in their life. Stop with this whole, I don't want him or her around my kid. What?
You better like that person. And
I didn't even like her. What happened was we came to a very mature agreement that he was going to be with her. He ain't gonna be in the house with my kid. He gonna be out in the street doing the same things he's always done.
Yep.
You know, so she was a smart girl. She was in college. She had it together. She had her own car, her own home. They was together. I trusted that. I trusted that she came from, I met her mother before. She came from good people. Mm-hmm. To this day, Keisha and I send each other Mother's Day gifts, okay? I still help with raising her daughter. That's my stepdaughter. So we have done this thing and done it as best we can. We grew up together, you know, raising our kids. I had my daughter first, her daughter, she had a few years later, but crazy. It was crazy in the beginning. But you have
to just, you had that come to Jesus moment where you just had to think about it. You like,
here's the deal, I'm young. I don't want to be tied down with no goddamn kids all the time.
Just make sure.
And I know
she that may not have a scratch.
I'd rather her go to a woman who's going to feel like she's playing house and really take care. And she knew, like, you better not mess up. So I would rather that be the person I leave her with and in good care than a daddy who ain't ready either, and he have changing her, you know. So we came to a real adult agreement, and it was amazing.
That
what if he cheated with her? So good. If he cheated with her, he cheated with her. Like, here's the deal, y'all. Guys are going to cheat. And when they cheat, you got to choose to be with them or not. You either going to take him back or not. That's still his kid. Yeah. Like, he doesn't not get to be the father because he cheated on you. Like, that makes no sense.
I did the same thing with Joey. Joey, his dad, after we broke up, he got with Diana. I think she's still alive. I don't know how. I don't know. But it became the same thing. I didn't want him. I think it's something when you don't want him, and I had to let her know by my actions, by bringing the kid over. Okay, bye, y'all. I'm about to hit the streets with my dude. I don't give a fuck what y'all do, but y'all better not hurt Joey. Y'all better not hurt Joey. But I think she knew, because at first it was some animosity, and I didn't know if she knew, like, girl, I don't want him, because if I wanted him, you would not be with him. Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be with Joey. So here's Joey Jr., and y'all take care of him, and I'm going to go hit the streets in New York, and I'll be back in 2 days.
Enjoy life.
And then they had kids just like you. I wind up loving her kids, Ishmael and another little Joey. I'm like,
another little Joey. It was two. Was he George Foreman?
No, but it's like I would go to her house, pick up Ishmael and the other one, and bring up. Yeah. And I was dating Royale. Royale was like, "Who these other two little kids?" I never introduced Royale. I just rolled up. I said, "Well, what had happened was I went over Joey's baby mama house, and they were looking like they wanted to come, so I couldn't say no. I would pack them up. My sister know. I would bring them to my house." Royale fell in, it would be all of us, Joey and his two little brothers. And I loved them. There was no reason to have any hate. She would have them bags packed. She was like, oh, she gonna take my kids too? She would have them kids packed. So it's maturity. And we're in our 20s, but you have to understand,
you have to
when
grow up.
There's no disrespect. I didn't want him. He wasn't checking for me. We were just at a place where it was like, yo, the most important thing right now are these kids. And I think people put the kids, of course, God first, but the kids, we got to raise these kids, because this is what's missing. These kids are raising themselves, and they don't know, Stacey, like I remember, they don't know right from wrong. It's up to us to teach them. You know what I mean?
So Tiffany says, I'm sorry. Tiffany says, I have the opposite situation. My son's father is so bitter and angry. He got married like 2 years ago, and I thought that would help, but he still seems so angry. I have a question. Does him and his new wife have a child? And if not, Tiffany, what about his grandparents, his aunties, somewhere? You know, because Yeah.
He got to get out. I'll pray for him. He's got to get out the way because he's only hurting the kid.
Because I guarantee you this, a guy who doesn't take care of the one kid, they usually don't take, it's going to be a disconnect with the other kid too, you know?
No, not necessarily. It sounds like he's angry at her.
He could be angry at her, but even though he's in the house with her, if he has another child, usually she'll say, God, you don't get this. If you're a woman and you're with the man who's not taking care of their kid, number one, that's a problem. Number two, though, once you have your kid, you start to say, hey, he needs to see his brother.
Yeah.
If he doesn't try to do that, then she says, no, they don't have the children together. Exactly. So probably not until he has another child will he see the value
of trying to put them together.
Yes.
I got you.
Unfortunately, it shouldn't take that. It seems like maybe you could possibly talk to the wife.
That's what I was going to say, girl.
Yeah.
I would try and get to her.
The wife. I would try the grandmother, grandparents, if they're still alive. I would try the auntie, somebody, you know.
Okay, so we have a question.
We have a few questions.
Tomeeka, hashtag, look, here's who's the deal. April is, I say this is to say, make shirts.
My nephew has.
I don't get that. Is there more? Where's the more? Tomeeka, hashtag is look here's.
Oh, that's my hashtag. Look, here's the deal.
Got you.
I say this to say, okay. Robbie is giving us
I'm drinking
t-shirts.
Too much. Oh, who's Robbie?
No, they don't.
Thank you,
Tiffany. We're gonna pray for y'all.
Yes, please.
Just keep praying.
Just
for
keep
and
keep chipping away. Like chip.
Send Father's Day cards, even though he don't deserve it.
Yeah.
You know. It's little things you can do to help facilitate.
Did Tiffany say he doesn't see him at all?
He's bitter.
So he won't.
Why is he bitter? Is he bitter because you guys aren't together? Or, what's that about? No, they don't have children.
That's right.
I gave my ex-husband and his new wife a baby shower. Now that's good, Yatter. Yeah, that's grown.
That's
shit right
grown. Oh yeah, she said they're friends. They're all friends.
You gotta be.
You move on. Yetter's married.
You are all
He's
connected.
Married.
Like
it's the children.
My stepdaughter from Keisha, you know, she comes to visit us all the time. We're all in this together. We're all family.
I don't even remember Poetic Justice. Do you?
Tupac would go pick up his daughter Keisha from her mom, and the brother was there.
Tolo.
Whose dad was Tolo, and the boy wanted to go too. Oh yeah, he didn't let him go.
I don't remember. I have to watch.
I don't understand the men who didn't take care of their biological children, but take care of their girlfriend children and stepchildren, while his own children don't see. Yeah, I don't understand that either.
I don't know. I don't know that. I think it's I don't know, the way you were brought up, because I could not do that. You know what I mean?
It seemed like it's another layer to that story.
Right.
I think that. Hey, Daryl. I think that if a guy is not taking care of his kids, but taking care of the woman's kids, one, she requires that.
Right.
Two, maybe she doesn't allow him to take the kids out the house to the girl's house. So, ladies, we're going to have to unloosen some things. And I don't know what we're going to have to do, but it doesn't make sense that a guy would take on a whole family when he already has a family.
Yeah, how would you deny your own flesh and blood?
Yeah. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
He sees our son and takes care of him. My grandmother says she thinks he's angry because he expected me to stay through his cheating. Oh, definitely. Or he's definitely, okay, so he sees the son. He's good. Don't worry about his attitude then. Don't worry about his attitude, girl. As long as he's seeing your son and taking care of him.
That's
girl,
right.
Kick rock.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't seeing him, like refusing.
He was neglecting your kid. Girl, that's fine. If he want to be ugly every time, wait till your kid can get a cell phone, and you ain't even got to be in communication with him no more in life. You're good. Everything's good. So don't worry about that part.
That's true, because I thought he wasn't. So my husband and I don't have any kids together, but he loves my kids. And we love him. That's a good man. Those are his kids. You do have kids together. He has taken on your kids. And I know what you're saying. But those are his kids. He feels like it. You know what I mean? He feels like, you know what? These are my kids. So you raise them together. That's beautiful.
But yeah, young ladies.
What about the dirtbag who left his daughter in the hot car and didn't want to break the windows on the new car? Who is 0101? Where are you getting
That's
that
funny.
from?
No, that's a true story. It happened in Vegas.
Shut up!
Yes.
Did he let the baby die?
Yes. Did you scream?
When did this happen?
Like last week. Yeah, it was a bunch of really scary stories about men and their babies. Whew, child.
You lying.
Yeah. He let the baby die in the heat because he told, and first of all, the officer to me should be arrested. The father should be arrested. Because why didn't they just break the window anyway? Why did they need his permission to get the baby out the car?
Okay, y'all got to tell me this. How come we didn't talk about that? I didn't know anything about it. So they watched the baby die?
Yes. Or she was in the car and already dead. I think comes to find out she was actually already dead. So I don't know. I
And he
killed
said
that
he
baby
did.
and that was cover up. I think so too, Pia. Which is still crazy because at what point do you not break the window, police officer?
Everybody go to jail.
Yeah, the police officer go to jail. The baby daddy goes to jail. They saying now that was a cover up, that he killed the baby.
Prior?
Yes, put the baby in the car seat.
Oh, we need a nice
the girl and
investigation.
boyfriend who lied about their daughter going missing, and they had killed her. Girl, stuck her in the closet, and put her in the creek. You know what, Robbie? We don't want all these things.
I know. Robbie, we're just talking about not seeing kids. I don't want to hear nothing like that. Woo, that's deep.
Let's just talk about some baby mama drama. Baby daddy drama. Okay, that's too deep for us. Y'all, we got to pray for the kids because we live in scary times where
It's
men
a
are
lot
killing
going
their
on.
babies, okay?
Men
are killing their
families.
babies.
I mean, we're almost at the point where
People are going crazy. That's why it stays.
yeah, I can't feed my kid. You know, they're getting desperate. That's what I'm saying. Because there's no money. So it's like we're all going to go together. You know, we're going to have a lot of that. Between now and there, I just want everybody to be safe out there.
Pray, y'all. Let's pray
Watch
for the
your
world.
purse. Watch everything because people have nothing to live for. They don't have any money. There's no stimulus. There's nothing happening. And it's the holidays. And holidays are all, or even in my neighborhood, it goes up one tick or two. You know, nobody ever gets broken in until like the season. You know what I mean? The cars get broken in.
Right.
Our car got broken. They're taking change. They're taking whatever they can find because they don't have anything. So if you see somebody
And it's
in the
more
grocery
homeless
store
people.
or whatever,
Some of them actually need it, and some of them just feed a drug habit. So it's a bunch of things going on.
yeah,
Some people just need some things. So I mean, here's the deal, y'all. If y'all have some things that you need to give away, just put it outside on the curb. Like maybe kind of like let's kind of look
free.
out for our neighbors.
Put the
like
word
that.
free and let them go through
let
it.
them go through it. So that,
Shoes,
and then put on a note.
You know what? That's
It's free. Don't.
I'm
this
going
is
to
free.
do that.
Do not take anything out of my car. There's nothing in there, but I can't afford to get a new one. Okay,
Right.
So put that on a note.
Right.
This is free. This is some free food I'm giving away. Y'all, it's ways we can kind of combat some of this stuff.
That is true.
It's a hot mess. We got to get creative because it's a lot. People are in it. Look, the malls are open, but they're not open. You know what I'm saying? That means jobs are there, but they're not there, right?
Right. A lot of stores, a lot of restaurants closing, a lot of mom and pop are gone.
So in this glass, we have tequila,
Ooh,
sparkling something, and some
San
orange
Pellegrino.
juice, San Pellegrino, pineapple juice, and orange juice.
Tell me
And
what's
she
in
had a little champagne with her.
And I added champagne to mine. So I have
said, why do you
exactly.
need more alcohol? And she said,
I was toe up when we say hello, and I'm trying to keep it together because this is like, it's not like a Cadillac margarita, but it's got a lot of stuff in it, and it's so good. And that's why I'm sipping it because I don't need to really guzzle it. I would have been I'm already toe up.
and y'all, if y'all have some extra money, give it to the people. Give it.
That's
to
what
people.
I was saying. How can we help people? Look at people at the grocery store. Oh no, put that back, put that back. Those are the people that maybe you should walk up and say, no, don't put that back.
I got
Get
it.
that meat.
Yes.
Get that.
Yes.
I got you. You know, so maybe and it is what it is. I'm only talking about where I live. I know where to go.
Whoever Daryl is, I'm sorry, not to cut you off. He said he raised his son since he was 2, and he called George Champipple. Yay,
Thank
Daryl!
you. I'm drinking Champipple.
When we said hello.
Hello, I
She was a
was.
little twisted. Yes, please, thank you to all that.
What else was I saying? Yeah, just try and help it. Just be open because, so yesterday, Royce, when I was cleaning up the pantry, he went to Whole Foods and got a sandwich, and he said this white guy just started talking to him because he's vegan. So he was he asking about your sandwich, Royce? He was just asking Royce a bunch of questions like what he was getting or whatever. And when Royce went to go pay, the guy paid for him.
Aww.
Yes, and don't forget the champagne.
Okay.
Thank you. He paid for his sandwich. So those are the things. Royce was like, why couldn't it be a day where I didn't have no money for real? But the gesture was still amazing. And I think in my mind, I want to do that. I just have to figure out how to do it. Because remember, I told you guys, I'm just going to put my Cash App and I'm going to videotape. But I don't want it to be sensationalized. I really want to help people, but I want you to know that I'm using the money. So then there's the catch-22. Well, they're recording it. Well, they're recording it because you gave me money, and I want to make sure that y'all see where the money goes. Okay, I love that suggestion, April. Let's all commit to paying it forward, especially through the holiday season. Yes, I'll do it. Oh, I know my sister is really good with that. My sister sends me little cards with $5, whatever, to go to Baskin and Robbins. I'm like, you know what? This little $5 gonna come in handy. Like, you have to think. Look who's in your neighborhood. Like, look at your neighborhood. Look at your community. So in my community, for coffee, and I loved it. Oh, can you do it some more? Look in your community. Look at the grocery stores. Go in the areas where people might be struggling, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And go to the grocery store and look at who's buying what. And no, I don't need that much or whatever. That's when you say, get it. It's on me. Give them the $20. Give them a gift card for whatever store you're in. So here we got Ralph's, we got Vallarta, we got Gelson's, we have Whole Foods. Get a couple of those gift cards. $10, $15 makes a big difference. I know when I was a single mom, and I'm very proud, sometimes I wouldn't ask my grandmother or grandfather, whatever, and it would just be me and Joey. I could use an extra $10 on that. I could use an extra $15 at the gas pump, but this is the time where people are really going to need some money, and we're not celebrating Thanksgiving. We're going to do the day after. Still going to have some food, whatever, but I'm not feeding into Christopher Columbus. He ain't do shit.
Pilgrims.
None of that. We're getting together because it's a Friendsgiving. That's what we're calling it. Now, Christmas, because of them babies, Royce and Ross don't need shit. Do I want to decorate? I do, because I just want them to be happy, but I have to figure out a happy medium. Kwanzaa / Christmas / just a time to be thankful. It's a thankful day. You know what I mean? So that's where we are. But I also know people celebrate and they wait for this time of the year, and there's no jobs and there's no nothing. And these kids deserve clothes. It's
going to be a mess.
Food.
So, even though you may not be celebrating, maybe give to organizations that kids still do. Yeah, celebrate.
That maybe they'll drop off. Like,
maybe
even
that's
your
what
drive
you do for Christmas.
Are y'all doing the drive this year?
Yeah, they're going to do a virtual.
Virtual, okay.
My daughters already did Christmas lists. They don't know we're not really celebrating Christmas, but the little one said, that's what she put on her list. First of all, they came back and said, we got a lot of gifts on our list for Santa, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh no, how many do you have? One said 13, one said like 20. I said, okay, we can only do 5. That's what we're doing. 5.
Maybe you should have told them that in the beginning.
I didn't know. They was at Crystal's house, came back with these goddamn gifts. So I said, no, we're going to do 5.
5.
So the little one, her first part of her thing said, I want my first front teeth gone. My 2 front teeth gone. And she wanted a real horse. I said, we're not going to get the real horse because, you need acres for that, and we don't want to smell the horse poop. But child,
y'all need to move somewhere else.
We're not moving. The kids not getting a horse. How about that? She just said y'all need to move. We're gonna accommodate the kids. Christmas. No, that's not gonna happen. She said she need her 2 front teeth. So kids are funny.
You put champagne, right?
She has her champagne. Without the
I'm having this every week.
Oh my, y'all know that girl. April quit drinking 2 weeks ago. Now she having it every week. We don't know what she gonna do from time to time. We just gonna wing it.
winging
I
it.
had Lupus pick up some clothes the other day. That's a good idea.
Really? Okay,
How
right
would we
now.
do that?
Can y'all start listing some places?
Organizations that's good to give to. Let's
Okay.
start thinking about these things now.
So Lupus,
Who
where
made those
else?
drinks? KB, our producer.
Our producer, she's here. Wait, who made those drinks? Ah! They just saw the drinks come back. Not Royce or Ross. I know that's what most people are saying. No, our producer Karen, and she did a good job.
And Thomas, so we're not celebrating Christmas. He said, can I get my gifts now? I know that's right. He's smart.
So please,
Tomeeka, you did a co-drive. Yes, I did a co-drive last year. So one of my kids had a party. I think it was around February. That was that kid party.
oh, the clothes drop. Okay.
So I tell people, instead of gifts, you don't want to give gifts because these kids need nothing else. Bring us some old coats that you're not wearing that's in really, really good condition. And I took everything. People bought a lot of things out to this shelter that's down the street from my house.
Can y'all give us a list of shelters or organizations? Because as you see, I started cleaning and I'm about to hit the back. I got tons of stuff I want to make, but I want to make sure Kieran, Michelle, it's Keiren. Kieren. Kieran. Not Karen.
Fancy,
But,
fancy schmancy.
what was I saying? I need organizations because I keep doing the same too. I do the vets, which is great, and there's another one I do, but I need more, and I need to have them pick up. They need to pick up because I won't be able to drop off. I would love to give bags of groceries. That's amazing.
That's a good idea. Here's the deal, y'all. Okay, in California, and I don't know about any other
Lupus,
city and
vets.
state.
Okay,
battered
lupus,
women.
battered women. Thank
shelters.
you.
Definitely look for them. Here's the deal. In LA, y'all, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but it's tent city everywhere.
Oh my God.
Everywhere. Go to any corner with the tent city and just
Everywhere.
go drop a box off of whatever right there. Because those people are outside living in those tents.
Drop off stuff
These are
that's
no-brainers.
easy access.
Yeah.
Vienna sausages,
Yes.
crackers that they
Yes.
can just crack open
Yes,
and
a
eat.
toothbrush, some
That's
toilet
what we're
tissue.
gonna do. Sanitary
Sanitary
napkins,
napkins,
tampons.
some
Yes,
things that
I
they-
don't even think about stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're going
So-
through their menstrual.
And they are on the street. They're living
I
on the
can't.
street here. They're like
I
on
can't.
at the end of like a busy
It'll be
street.
and they just park their tent. And
Yeah.
because of COVID, the law states, I think that they're allowed to. They're just allowed to park out. My friend, oh my God, he was so mad. They parked the RV right in front of his house.
Lainey, I've done
For
that
4
before
days.
too. So Lainey said we have been taking my daughter's used clothes to elementary schools in low income area. Those kids were so happy to get the clothes. I've done that before where
But
not only
schools
did I
are
take
closed.
the schools aren't closed. They're closed for the kids. But guess
Oh,
who
got
knows
you.
what kids need at the school? That's a good idea because I did it one year in my neighborhood
Okay.
with my
Socks.
daughter's old things. So even like decent toys that you don't, that I always overbuy toys. So I always wind up with a bunch of toys that they're not using. And if I don't get to give them away for gifts, I just end up with them. So give away those good toys that you're not using, books, clothes, used clothes, go to the elementary school. That's in a underserved community because those kids do need it and those teachers know who need it and they know who to give it to.
Gotcha. It's
Socks,
crazy.
toothpaste, deodorant, soaps and things, bags of tater chips for snacks,
Yeah, easy access.
If y'all want to be real creative, make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, turkey sandwiches out of a loaf of bread and put that with a bag of chips in a juice box. They got their lunch for today, and you can put that in a box. You don't have to pass it out to everybody. Put it on the corner of the street and put free on it,
Okay.
They have meal pickup at they do. I wonder though, do you have to go pick it up? What about the people without cars? That's what I'm always interested in.
There's a lot going on.
I know that where my sister lives, they actually bring a bus to each house, but I don't know
Really?
if they're doing that in LA. Yeah, my son's school offer care packages to the families in need, and any parents can donate. I love that. Our show starts off one way, and we end up totally in a whole different direction. You guys are
Because
so
it's just
inspiring to us.
conversation. Yeah, I love it. I'm just always trying to, in my heart, if I want to know, everybody put down, if you had the money, the time, and the resources, what would you be doing for the rest of your life? That's a question I want to know, because for me, I would be a philanthropist. I only want to give. And if I knew my mortgage could get paid, my car would be okay, and I would have food, I would only do service. I promise you. I only want to give back, but because I have to do like everybody else, I got to make sure my family eats and this happens and that. So when I look at these philanthropists, I am so, and I say I never get envious, but I almost want to get envious because they are doing the thing that I want to do. I just want to give back. I love seeing people happy. I love making sure that I satisfy a need. And there's so much, just like we were talking about Cardi B and all of that, it's so much extreme wealth in this country. Mm-hmm. People should not be without.
Either the have
it's like,
the have not.
I don't want to have,
the middle class is getting really
my
crazy.
Neighbor doesn't have. How can you feel happy? Like, I want a tiny home. I want to live in a fucking container. Like,
me too.
It's just excess. And I believe it's gluttony. Like, we shouldn't be living overly abundant and your person next to you doesn't have
down
anything.
The street on the corner.
On the street, down the street. Yep. Like, that makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
Freddie Brown says the kids and I drop off care packages to the homeless, and they add a little cash in the care packages. That's a good idea, because my daughter emptied her bank, and it's a bunch of dollars and a bunch of coins and all this, and I keep telling her we're going to go to the bank, and every day she's like, when are we going to the bank? And we haven't gone to the bank. Maybe I'll tell her, let's give it to the homeless. That'd be a good idea.
In nice little baggies, like here's $5 for you, $5 for you. Here come my sandwich. Ooh, Jesus.
Thank you, Peaches. That was a good idea. Here the schools still feed the children who are school age, even though, hey, Royale, want to start group home, teach job skills. I would have a transitional shelter for addicts. My father was an addict until the day he died, and a community center for youth. You guys are so smart. We should do it.
Let's do it.
Everybody should do what's on their heart. And you don't.
We do need a
nonprofit. That want
nonprofit.
to learn how to play music, obtain
Well,
April and Tomeeka need a nonprofit. We do.
Been trying to get a nonprofit. Have not done the work. It's on my list, but I really need to do. And I want it to be, I don't want to, here's the thing with my
us.
What do you mean for us? For Black people?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking, like, can you put mine in the
There is this whole thing in this country that says minority. And I want y'all to get really smart about what minority actually means. Minority means woman. It means Asian. It means gay. And then it means Black. So that means we're like a percentage of the minority. We're like a percentage, but there needs to be a Black minority specifically for Black people, because we're at the bottom of everything. The bottom. We get the worst education. We get the worst health care. We get the worst everything. So I don't really like when they say Black and brown. I don't really like when they say minority, because it usually always counts us out. Because if they can feel the diversity, they can feel it with a woman, they can feel it with an Asian person, anybody but us. And so we still don't have it.
So here's the thing. If we do that, our nonprofit is just for Black people. How do we go solicit to white people? I need you to come to this fancy dinner because we're collecting money for just Black people. What?
That's it. No, we got to be unapologetically that. Because, look, actually, I go to a lot of these organizations, and I'm not afraid to say, how many Black people do y'all serve? And that's what we have to start saying. Because these organizations, look, I can go to a dinner, and they will raise $1 million in just that one dinner.
Oof. But
none of that money is going to Black America at all.
So you say you don't, Stacey. What does that mean? So do we kind of make it vague? We're collecting money for, we say minority. I don't want to lie.
Why don't we educate them? Why don't we say that, that minority does not mean Black? It means this, because some people are just that uneducated. Agree or disagree? Do anybody agree with that? Some people think minority means us, and you guys.
When I hear minority, I do think of
it
Black.
It does not mean us. It means woman, gay. It means Asian, it means Indian, it means a lot of different things. And usually we're the last one on the totem pole.
Right.
So why can't we say this organization is for?
Well, it's kind of like an HBCU because it's intended for Black. They infiltrate anything. It doesn't matter. It's white kids, Indian kids on every HBCU campus because they know that they're going to get the best of the best. So they're like, we're coming. So with that said, do we necessarily have to say only Black or just leave it open for interpretation? And we do what the hell we want with the money.
Then we can do that, and we do what they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah,
because I think if we say only
target a protected class of people. Yes, I think
Black
that's
businesses.
Okay, I have several events where the mission states African American. Okay. Freddie says, I think that it's okay. I have been at several events where their mission states African American. I think you have to state it sometimes. You know, maybe you have that part because they you know what they do? Everything is guys. No. Thank you.
Want something?
No. I think this whole notion of we want to say don't say Black. But how we get to the Black people? You know, we're the underserved.
It's our money. It's our organization. Thank you, babe. I'm hungry, guys.
She's right. Stacy, she is. her producer's getting on her.
Do you want something? There's food.
So say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. Exactly. Say
it loud.
Y'all, Ice Cube has got us all in our feelings because he wanted a plan for Black America, okay? And when the Trump said that they coming with the platinum plan, how is that?
And why they use the word platinum? Because they think
y'all ghetto as hell and y'all identify.
Why we gotta say platinum? Just say it's a fucking new whatever. It gotta say platinum?
The issue of purposefully blatant exclusion, who you help is better than saying who you won't help. You have to state it and the money will come. I agree, Freddie.
Okay, so what Freddie say? Say that again.
You have to state it and the money will come. Because look, Robert Smith right now, Don Peoples, these are Black billionaires. They're interested in helping Black people now. I don't know why they had to wait to become billionaires to actually help, but whatever the case may be, they give their money every year because they're married to white women to organizations. The Black organizations have always been missed out. Okay. So now all of a sudden they're Black billionaires. They want to give to Black businesses, Black banks, Black corporations. So I mean they want to give us a seat at the table finally, you know. So I think now is the time to say, hey, this is for Black people because they've been dealing with systemic racism for so long. We have to help them get even killed in this country.
So what happened with Ice Cube? Somebody wants to know.
Ice Cube had a meeting with the Trump campaign. It wasn't Donald Trump. It wasn't the girl who sent the text out. And
she threw him under
the bus, and he did not admit that. Which, had he admit that, we could take him back. I'm not doing Ice Cubes right now because of this. I just want the ice chips. Ice Cube went in there and thought, my plan is so great. He's going, you know, he took my plan and he took nothing of his plan. But he totally used his name to.
They couldn't wait.
They used his name
was crazy.
to basically get some Black young people to vote for them, and that's what'll happen. And here's the deal. Ice Cube was on Roland Martin's show today. He was supposed to be on Chris Cuomo. I think that got canceled. He said something about it on Twitter. I didn't see it, but he said it on the Roland Martin show. When I looked at it on Roland Martin's show, he never once said, look, Roland Martin said, I looked at both plans. None of your plan is in his plan. He had nothing to say for that, y'all. And that's the crazy part to me, that you didn't even understand that they used you. He did understand it. He just wouldn't admit it. And that's what we have to do. When we're wrong people, we have to just admit that we were wrong. You know, I sat with them. I went in with an agenda for us, and these idiots used my name and do not vote for them. He didn't do that. He said, well, what is Biden coming up with? Are you serious?
So Stacey, he wanted to meet with both Democrats and Republicans.
He met with both.
The Dems said, hey, we'll talk to you after the election.
We'll talk to you after the election.
But the Republicans sent a representative to meet with him, not 45, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they looked at his plan. So who helped him write the plan? Because there's a lot of new people.
I think Andrew Young, I think Martin Luther King III, and some other people.
Right. So he came up with what he thought we need. I was like, okay, first of all, how come we didn't do a survey? Like, you cannot speak for me.
Oh, he said, I'm going in there and I'm speaking for Black America. And I was like, you're not.
First of all, you got more money than we do. And what is your agenda? My broke might look different than your broke. You know what I mean?
He thought he came with substance. His brand was leveraged against him. Absolutely. That's what happened. And here's the deal. I needed for him to just accept that, and he did not do that. Had he just accepted that, that'd have been fine. That I went, because he said, I was very clear, I was going to both campaigns because this is not a partisan issue. It's not. Whoever wins the White House needs to have an agenda for Black America, okay? So I'm not mad that he met with them. I'm mad that he let them use him in the process.
I can't believe it.
Because he said, I don't know this girl that tweeted about me. And he said, I didn't meet with Trump.
Y'all gotta go look at the tweet.
You let them use your name? And he said, anybody can use my name if they help to help Black people. Boy, you don't feel like that for real. Stop lying. Stop lying. What you should have just said was, I let these people, we're done on Instagram.
For the second time.
Watch April eating on, I know.
I'm sorry.
April loves to eat on camera. She wants you got lunch. She wants.
Well, first off, it's dinner time.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I know, because it's an hour that quick.
Cube,
so we're still on here.
Cube didn't come away with anything, but yeah. And somebody said on Instagram, where was his wife? I would love to know that. I'm sure she is pissed with him right now. Because, yeah. I don't know no wife that'd be happy about that.
How does an hour go that quick?
April is eating a sub from
Jersey Mike's and Chick-fil-A fried. And this might happen because it's right at dinner time, because usually we'll eat because we were starting at 7. Mm-hmm. We were eating before, but we'll figure it out.
I love the hair wrap, April.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice. She getting all fancy with hers.
No, Yada bought me this.
She getting fancy with hers. I think we're about to end.
Yeah.
8:03, 11 on the East Coast. Thank you guys for showing up. Old Bay April, LOL. That's what Daryl said. I don't know.
I didn't use it. Daryl sent me some Old Bay. Thank you so much.
Sent you Old Bay? Yeah, they don't have Old Bay here?
Not the hot sauce.
Oh, never heard of that. Okay.
Sent me hot sauce.
Is he in DC?
Not sure.
Okay. All right. Good night, people.
This has been great.
Conversating with you. Peaches, thanks for coming.
Thank you for the questions. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, everybody. So, how many more days? 20-something more days to the election?
Do you know how many days? 17!
It cannot be 17. Did we talk about Greenwood? What's Greenwood, Tracy? I don't know about Greenwood.
How many days not to the 17.
Help us out, people.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Hood Healer said today, you should have watched. If you don't have a neti pot, you should have one. I swear to God, I almost stopped everything to call Karen and tell her that. I said, okay.
And she's still sneezing.
Still sneezing.
19 more days. 19 more days. So guys, talk to your educated Black men in your life.
Talk to your neighbors. I gotta go talk to my neighbor Mary, make sure she's gonna vote, because she didn't vote last time. I'm putting her business out there.
Talk to Mary.
Mary, I need you to take one for the team.
And white women, stop voting for him, okay?
They love him.
They do, but they some of them are getting it. But they were the reason why he got in office last year. So get it together, white women. And hold your sisters, your mothers, your aunties accountable. God, he did not make America great again, okay? Good night.
4 years and he did.